Hey guys, just a reminder, this is not official medical advice. For such, please seek an appointment with a licensed medical provider. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Explain This. I'm with the star of the show, Robin Riddle. Robin, it's good to be with you today.
Absolutely.
Are you doing okay?
I mean, it's a rainy, cold day.
It's a rainy, cold day.
I'm not a huge fan, but...
You know what? We get to do this.
Exactly. This makes it a good day.
We don't need to be outside because we're doing this. It's rainy. It's cold. It's February. I was like,
yeah. We don't even know what month it is
when
anymore.
Is this?
I mean.
And you know, speaking of like rainy and cold, this topic, I feel like it's like a rainy day sort of substance, but I don't know. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what castor oil is.
It's a little bit of a random one today,
Okay.
but hang with me on this.
I'm hanging with you.
It will make sense.
All right.
So today I'm talking about castor oil and using castor oil packs. This is a big thing in like the functional community now. And a lot of people look at me like I'm crazy when I talk about it. So I'm going to tell you why I'm not crazy with it.
So we're going to make a video about it.
Because why not? So castor oil is a specific type of oil that's extracted from the castor plant, and it carries a lot of medicinal benefits. So back in the day, castor oil was the thing. Like you'd get a spoonful of castor oil if you had constipation. I'm talking like grandparents' days. And it would help with constipation, or women would take it to induce labor. I had a few patients do that. It's not a pretty picture. It's not a good thing to do. But newer research has shown the benefit of topical castor oil application. We know that skin is our largest organ, and castor oil has been shown to really readily absorb through the skin.
Okay. Following.
So topically applied, we put this on a piece of fabric and we apply it to different areas of the body depending on what we want to accomplish. And we get a lot of health benefits out of it.
Like through a shirt, or just is there like a certain cloth?
So they make like castor oil packs like that are made for this. Like the one that I have is actually made for this. So it has a like a cotton material on the inside of it, and more of a less absorbent material on the back of it.
Okay.
That way it keeps the oil contained.
Okay.
Like it can still leak through a little bit, but keeps it more contained. If you don't have an actual like castor oil pack made for this, you can literally use a piece of cotton or a flannel shirt and use it, and then wrap yourself with plastic on top of that. The castor oil packs are just the easier way to do it.
Yeah. I'd go with the packs.
The ones that are made for this. So one of the big things we're using this for is actually liver support. So castor oil applied to this fabric, put over top of the liver. And again, you either, literally wrap yourself in saran wrap, or mine is a little thing that has like straps that you strap it around. It can help to detoxify the liver. So it actually absorbs through the skin and helps with liver detox.
So where you put it does matter.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So you can put it on the thyroid for thyroid support. So most of the like kits that you buy that come with the fabric, it's going to come with a big one that's for abdominal use and a smaller one that's for thyroid use.
Okay.
So if you're having any kind of thyroid issues, a little bit of like borderline hypothyroidism, anything like that, you can actually apply castor oil directly on top of the thyroid for short periods of time to help improve thyroid function.
That is so interesting.
I know, right?
And like it kind of pumps me up. Like that seems like a very doable thing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's not too hard.
No.
So it can also help to improve bowel function. So women who, or not just women, men are less likely to do these, but they're just as beneficial. But anyone who's suffering with bowel issues, constipation, anything like that, actually doing it just over the center of the stomach, like do a big area, cover it up. It will help to improve bowel function. It's also a natural biofilm disruptor. So anyone who has a lot of like GI issues, the castor oil can actually help to break up the bad bacteria that are in the gut.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All topical.
All topical.
And is the topical one different than the same thing?
Same thing.
Interesting.
Same thing.
Okay.
It doesn't taste great. I wouldn't recommend drinking it. I mean, technically you can. That's what they used to do with it. But topical's way more fun to use. Also good for wounds. So we don't want to put this on like big, active, nasty wounds. But, if you've skinned your knee up, or you're having even just inflammation in joints, things like that, you can apply this topically over that sort of thing.
Maybe like a post-surgery thing? Interesting.
Being careful. I mean, like if you had an active open wound, but, put it to the side of it. If you had a knee done, put it to the side of it. It actually can help to reduce the inflammation in the joint.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Super cool.
So several studies have showed decreased joint pain and decreased inflammation overall with castor oil oil application.
That is,
know.
that's one that you would want to use it for, especially
Absolutely.
inflammation like in your knees.
Yeah.
Goodness.
It can help with hormone balance, again, likely because of detox. So our GI system is how our body gets rid of all the toxins in the body. So if gut health is not great, if we don't have good bowel motility, not having regular bowel movements, then we're going to get a buildup of the breakdown of our hormones, which can cause some hormonal imbalances. We're going to get a lot of toxins built up. So castor oil packs, getting the bowels moving better, detoxifying the liver, helps with all of those balances a lot.
That's super interesting. I literally I never knew this.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
This is also great for women who are having any kind of infertility issues, if it's anything related with the uterus. So if we don't have like a great uterine lining, castor oil applied topically over top of the uterus helps to improve blood flow into the pelvis, which can help to thicken the lining of the uterus and help with implantation of a pregnancy.
Wow.
Yeah. It can even help
interesting.
with endometriosis. So again, talking about over, the uterus area, it reduces the inflammation in the endometrial tissue.
So this is a hot topic in the
It
function.
really is. It
That's
really
cool.
is. Some people notice that they sleep better if they wear these as well. So you can put it, over the stomach or whatever and sleep in it overnight.
That's cool.
Yeah. So starting out, whenever we very first are new to using castor oil packs, you just put a little bit of castor oil on your piece of fabric. You put it over where you want it. You can put heat over it to kind of amplify the effect. We want to wear it for maybe 20 or 30 minutes starting out. Like we really got to work into this because the effects can be pretty dramatic for some people.
Okay.
Like don't put one on and then sleep in it all night because you might be in the bathroom half the night.
Sure.
Just take it easy until you see how you're going to respond to it. Even if you have like the pack that's made for this, the oil can still leak through a little bit. So
Got
do
it.
be aware of that. Don't sleep on like nice fancy sheets or, put like a nice shirt on or anything like that. Wear something that you don't mind if it gets a little bit of an oil spot on it.
And I'm hearing just like a couple drops, or is this like a...
It's like just like a little squeeze.
Okay.
It probably ends up being about that much, depending on where you're putting it.
Okay.
If you're trying to cover your whole abdomen, you're going to coat that pretty good.
Got it.
If I'm going just over the liver area, I'm putting a spot about that big on the castor oil pack and then applying it.
So wild.
And so then you can like heat up your, heat pack or whatever and put it over top of it. And it definitely can help that as well. So 20 to 30 minutes a day.
Morning or night?
Most people are going to do these in the evening because it's just more convenient. You've actually got the time to sit down.
Yeah.
So a lot of times if I'm doing mine, I'll do it for about half an hour before bed. Sometimes, I've been doing them long enough, I can fall asleep in them and it's not a big deal for me. But starting out, you'd want to do 20, 30 minutes before you go to bed, take it off, wipe the oil off.
Got it.
Great place to get this is on Amazon. Queen of Thrones is my favorite brand for this. It's a really great quality organic castor oil, and it comes with the really good fabric to go with it.
Queen of
Thrones.
Okay.
Queen of Thrones.
Cool.
It's on Amazon.
Cool.
So precautions when using this, like I said, don't overuse it starting out. Give your body a little bit of time to slowly work into it. We don't want to detox too fast. So pay attention to your responses. Do not use this if you have any kind of abdominal tumors, cancers, active gallstones, or if you're having issues with diarrhea, because it can make all of that worse. Avoid if you have any abnormal uterine bleeding or extremely heavy periods, because it can make bleeding worse because it increases blood flow to the pelvis. So some women really like these when they're on their period, can help with cramping and things like that. But if your blood flow is already heavy, definitely don't do that. We do want to avoid this abdominally during pregnancy because it can actually increase uterine contractions. And for anyone who's using this for the fertility side of things, if we're trying to conceive, we only want to use this for the first half of our cycle. So you can do it even daily over top of the uterus once your body's used to it, but only for the first half of the cycle. So once ovulation has occurred, we do not want to use it over the uterus anymore for the rest of that cycle.
Okay. So first part. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, but for everything else, it can be an everyday thing.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Wow. That is super interesting. Castor oil.
Castor oil.
Queen of Thrones.
Queen of Thrones.
All right.
Super easy, not a super expensive thing to do, but can really help with how people are feeling.
I love it. Guys, in the comments, some of you might have already been using it. Let us know in the comments what you think, if you're seeing success with it. Robin, I have to admit, when I came in today and I saw that this was one of our topics, I was like, I had no clue what it was. This was super enlightening. I like this. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Castor oil. Guys, you name it, we explain it. As always, we'll see you next time.
Don't go away.